Yo, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Mamelodi Sundowns draw against Golden Arrows. Drop points. We dropped some major points today. Not our fault, because on any other day we should have won that game easily. That game we should have won that game easily. Just like today, we were playing against Golden Arrows and the referee. I mean, the match officials today were as terrible as honestly like that. The entire game, man, like they were against us. I think everyone could see or everyone saw what transpired, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that like referees are still like taking sides in South African football, because you cannot tell me that like the ref was fair. He was not fair at all. The amount of fouls that Golden Arrows got in this game, and also the amount of yellow cards that Mamelodi Sundowns players got today. And I mean the Tapelo Morana yellow card, even like now, the guy commits a foul on Tapelo Morana. Tapelo Morana ends up getting a yellow card, and also conceding a free kick that like ends up being a goal for Golden Arrows. So you can see, man, I'm so honestly, I'm so angry. I'm disappointed. I'm angry. But then first thing, I'm more angry than disappointed. I'm more angry than disappointed because the team played well. We dominated Golden Arrows. We should have won the game easily. But then because of the refs decision, we ended up dropping points, and crucial points that like now Orlando Pirates won the game. There'll be more confidence going to the weekend's game, and also subsequently the next weekend's game. I mean, the following weekend's game against Mamelodi Sundowns. So we're in a siege. We're in a siege basically at Mamelodi Sundowns because, I mean, I don't know. I'm just so disappointed, man. I'm really disappointed because this game was there for us, was there for the taking. Golden Arrows were there for the takings, and the amount of, I mean, we lost this game because of the match officials. Not even because of maybe we didn't play well, not even because maybe we didn't create enough chances. We lost the game because of match officials, because they are, it seems to me that like the refs trying to make the league interesting. The refs, these match officials are doing whatever they can to help Orlando Pirates and to make the league not to end early. Because I think if Mamelodi Sundowns won the game today, that was just gonna put more dent to on Orlando Pirates' confidence. But then, yeah, we dropped points, crucial points, man, because and we dominated this game. We dominated Golden Arrows today, and also maybe the luck was also not on our side, because the amount of chances that we created, we just looked edgy in the box, in the opposition side's box, in the box of Orlando Pirates, of Golden Arrows. I'm sorry, but we're not clinical enough. We're not clinical enough, and we're just looking edgy and like not having the composure that we normally have, and we're rushing everything, and yeah, man. I think also the fact that like we knew that like we had to come back after Golden Arrow scoring first. I thought like we kind of like maybe uh, um, we're not playing the normal game, and we're not playing the normal game. And this one, man, honestly, this one hurts. I need to be honest. This one really hurts, because we didn't draw because of our inability of to play a normal game. The ref was just against us. That's just what happened. The ref was just simply against us. And I mean, the amount of foul. Just take a look at the goal that Golden Arrows scored. It resulted from I mean, the foul that like was apparently committed by Tapolo Morena. You check the replay. Is it this guy Phillips? I think the guy committed a foul on Tapolo Morena. Literally committed a foul on Tapolo Morena. Clash of heads, and Tapolo Morena the guy was behind Tapolo Morena. It was a clash of head. Tapolo Morena didn't know what was happening behind him. The guy literally like head butted into Tapolo Morena, which resulted in a I mean what free kick for Golden Arrows. If it was any other ref that was maybe fair, that should have been a foul on Tapolo Morena. And to make matters worse, he ends up giving Tapolo Morena a yellow card, and that's why Tapolo Moran was so angry, because I'm like, the guy commits a foul on me, and I end up getting a yellow card, and the very same free kick ends up or golden arrows end up getting a goal from it, and from there, yeah, the game was just like our players were no longer in the game. You could see that our head were no longer in the game, and it was tough from there. It was tough, but then luckily we got a penalty. And again, I'm someone I'm normally neutral, and I try to analyze game from like a neutral fan's perspective as much as like my alliance with Mamelodi Sundowns. The penalty that we got, I looked at the replays of that penalty over and over and over and over again. I don't think that was a penalty. I need to be fair. I need to be fair. As much as like I'm slating the ref because of like it looked to me that like he was being biased and he was on the side of golden arrows. The penalty that Mamelodi Sundowns got, for me, that was not a penalty. I looked at the replay over and over and over so many times. I repeated that clip so many times. To me, it looked that as if it looked like it hit his stomach. I don't think it was a handball. And honestly, yes, I'll take it. But if I'm being honest, it was not a penalty. I need to be honest. It was not a penalty. But then again, the ref had a stinker. If you're being honest, the ref had a terrible game because the free kick that he gave Golden Arrows was not supposed to be free kick. So it was as if like, oh, because like I made a wrong call with Golden Arrows, a wrong call with Golden Arrows, and that free kick ended up being a goal. Let me do a Mamelodi Sundowns feel. That's what it seemed like to me. That like, okay, it was like now trying to overcompensate, and like now you you gave a Mamelodi Sundowns. I mean, you gave Golden Arrows a free kick that was not supposed to be a free kick, and now you feel the need. Okay, I need to make it up for Mamelodi Sundowns. You gave us a penalty, should not have been a penalty. So if maybe that's what the ref was trying to do. Okay, fine. Go to the second half. Ref the second half fair. Come second half, he gave all the distance to Golden Arrows. All the distance to Golden Arrows. I mean, the goal that Peter Shalule scored, that what actually infuriates me even more. The goal that Peter Shalule scored, honestly, the clearest onside goal that you'll ever see in football. The lineman, bro, like the guy was so onside, like so, like how the hell he, honestly, how was that an offside? How was it an offside? The guy was in an onside position before the ball was played. Even after the ball was played, potentially was still in an onside position. I'll find the clip on I'm sure I'll find the clip on Twitter. Even after the ball was played by Mamelodi Sundowns player to Peter Shalule, Peter Shalule was still in an onside position. How the hell the ref, I mean the lineman called in an offside? How was that an offside? How was it an offside? Make it make sense, man. Like I mean, the officiating PSL is just like it's bonkers. It is bonkers, man. Like it is embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing because how do you call that an offside, bro? Like, and the thing is, the worst thing is the very same line that called that legitimate goal and offside. It's gonna be refereeing a game come weekend because like these people continue to make up these silly decisions which ultimately teams titles and money and sponsors. They don't suffer any repercussions. The very same landman will still be having his job come, and also on top of that, that's costing coaches jobs. They're costing coaches jobs. He will still have his job come weekend. You'll be officiating another game come weekend. It's honestly, I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it, man. The amount of stupid decisions that we continuously being fed in this in PSL is honestly so embarrassing, man. Because I mean, PSL is supposed to be one of the best leagues in Africa, probably like in the top four in Africa. But then the refereeing, the officiating is honestly embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing. Like the amount of like it's so embarrassing, man. I'm gonna look for the look, here's the picture. Look, I did say like even when the ball was played to Peter Shalule, Peter Shalule was still in an onside position. You can see, I can't remember exactly. I think is it Rabiero? I'm not sure if that's Rabiero or Mudiba. You can see Peter Shalule is still in an onside position after the ball was played. Pitachele is still in an onside position. Look at where the landman is positioned. Position exactly where he's supposed to be positioned. There's nothing wrong with the landman's position. It's exactly where he needs to be or where he's supposed to be. How the hell did he conclude this was an offside? How? Like, you can't tell me this person is not paid because, bro, I'm so freaked out. I'm so angry, bro. How is this an offside, bro? Like, how? How do you? I mean, this person needs to be like he needs to be suspended. Honestly, he needs to face suspension because you cannot like. How do you conclude this is offside, bro? Like, how do you conclude this is an offside? Like, oh man, like this does my head, bro. Like, how is this an offside, bro? Like, come on, man. Something needs to be done about this landman. Something needs to be done about him. Like, he cannot officiate another game in PSL. He cannot. I mean, Mamelodi Sundowns need to write something to suffer. This guy needs to be, and also it's about time that like these referees, these match officials, they get vetted. Like we have proper vetting of match officials because you cannot convince me that like that lineman is not an Orlando Pirates supporter. You cannot convince me that like we need to know which teams this match officials actually support because if he's an all, I'm convinced that like he is an Orlando Pirates supporter. I'm convinced. You can't convince me otherwise. You cannot convince me otherwise because he's like there's nothing wrong with ways position as a lineman. Like it's literally like on the line. He can see that like okay, potentially is in an onside position. He has a clear view of I'm not sure if it's Ribeiro or Modiba. He has a clear view of the whoever that is played the ball to potentially. He has a clear view. He can see that like oh the ball was literally like play when the ball was played. Potentially is still in an onside position. How the hell that he concluded that this is an offside, bro? Like how if you end up like losing the league because of this? I mean we might end up losing the league because of because of this decision. We might end up losing the league because of this of his um decision. Hence, I'm saying Mamelodi Sundowns need to do something about this. We need to do something about this. Guy cannot continue having his job. This guy cannot continue officiating in the PSL. We cannot have such a mediocrity in PSL, guys. Like, nah, I can't. Caesar Mduba says, correct decision by the landman. You're talking bloody fake fucking nonsense. Bro, yeah, you know what, man? South African, I'm telling you, bro, like, some people don't understand football. How the fuck you say this an offside, bro? How do you say this an... Bro, like, you guys, some people don't understand football. I'm convinced. You know, like, I try not to engage with South African football fans on Twitter, ne? I try, bro, like, because some of the things that they say, bro, we are engaging with people that don't understand football because like it's like people are wearing off clubs. It's like no, I don't care. As long as like the distance doesn't go to Mamelodi Sundowns' favor, I don't care. I'm on the record. I said it. The distance, the penalty that Mamelodi Sundowns got, that is not a penalty. I saw the replay so many times. That should not have been a penalty. And I'm saying this as a Mamelodi Sundowns fan because at the end of the day, I know that like whatever distance that we get that is not fair, we might be in the receiving end of that. So at the end of the day, forget about your alliances with the team to support. No, be neutral, be fair. This was not supposed to be an offside. This is not an offside. Like, bro, let me see if I cannot find a clip of this of that offside because people like Sizum Duba, honestly, plain stupid fans that we have in South Africa. How do you say that's an offside? I will say this: this was not supposed to be a penalty. It was not supposed. For me, the ball hit the guy, the Golden Arrows player, on his stomach. It was not supposed to be penalty. Yes, we got lucky. We got lucky. Maybe the ref where he was positioned. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the ref had a clear view of the penalty that Mamelodi Sundowns got. But I think after seeing the replay, the ref, if we had a VAR in South African football in PSL, I think the ref would have changed this decision because that was not a penalty. That was definitely not a penalty. I'm trying to look for a clip. I mean, like now, Orlando Pirates on 39 points, with 4 games in hand. So yeah, man, like honestly, like I'm just I need to find the clip, man. I need to find the clip. I mean, how do you look? This guy needs to like. I let me just honestly, man. Uh, uh, yeah, I mean, some of the decisions that went against us. It's like whenever Mamelodi Sundowns players committed a foul, it's a yellow card. Like whenever we committed a foul, ended up in a yellow card. And something I want to check amount of fouls that like Mamelodi Sundowns had in this. Okay, we had 14 fouls and Golden Arrows had 9 fouls. I mean, we should have won this game. We should have won this game by a couple of goals. Like it's just that like today we're just like I don't know, man. We're panicking, Jay, if I'm being honest. As much as like I'm mad at the ref, the decision that the ref took in this game. We didn't play our normal game. As much as like yes, we created chances. I just felt like we're nervous, man. We're nervous. I think Golden Arrows also scoring before us, kind of like caught us off guard. We didn't expect Golden Arrows to get a goal in this game because after that, like we're rushing things, we're rushing decisions, and yes, there was what do you call let me see. I'm still looking for the clip that led to Golden Arrow's goal and also that led to goal. Just take a look at this. Take a look at this picture. Apparently, Tapolomrena was the one that fouled the guy. Like the guy literally pushes. Yes, he was sandwiched between Mamelodi Sundowns players, but then he ended up pushing Tapolomrena and also headbutting Tapolomrena. This was it's just unfortunate that I can't find the clips. This guy ends up pushing and headbutting Tapolomrena. But Tapolomerana was the one that got a yellow card and a free kick against him. It would make sense if maybe I'm not sure if it's Malungo Koza behind him. It would make sense if it was Malungo Koza that received a yellow card. That would maybe make a bit of sense. But the Tapul Maran was the one that received a yellow card. I mean, it's appalling, disgusting, honestly. Like, the thing is, the very same thing that happened to Mamelodi Sundowns today, it can happen to Orlando Pirates come during the weekend. It can happen to any other team. So, for fans to be saying, like, nah, they're to be happy because of this, bro, like, this is PSL. And you'll still be crying foul. Because today it happened against Mamelodi Sundowns. You decide to turn a blind eye on it. It can happen against you. That's the beauty of football. It can happen against your team any other day. So um, it's all good and fun because today Mamelodi Sundowns drop points against a dubious referee call. Let me see. I think yeah, this is the penalty that. Okay. Oh no, this is the first goal that Peter Chilili scored, bro. Like Peter Chilili protected the ball against Golden Arrows player. But then the ref decided like, no, it's a foul. How, Page? Like, honestly, like, oh, any other striker does this. Let me open this video. Look at Peter Shelley's position, right? He's in front of whoever sent of Golden Arrows. I don't know who that player is. That's he shielded him. He protected he's trying to protect the ball. That's not foul. That is not a foul. But then the ref was like, nah, it's a foul. Like, bro, like honestly, like actually I even forgot about this because it happened in the first half. I forgot about this. Peter literally protected the ball. He's trying to protect the ball. He shielded the player of Golden Arrows. And then the ref was like, nah, it's a foul. He called this goal off. He called it off. How? Like, like this? Okay, this the second. Let me see. Let me see. This again. This. Oh my fucking. This, bro. Like The guy tries to tackle Tapolo Morena. The guy literally like, tries to tackle Tapolo Morena. Tapolo Morena is in position, like okay, he's not in the in position of the ball. Let me see. Yeah, Tapolo Morena. You can see Tapolo Morena is going to he makes Tapolo Morena makes the contact with the ball first before this guy tackles him. Makes the contact with the ball. The guy tries to win the ball. It's not even a 50-50 because Tapolo Morena was already in control of the ball, right? Then the guy tackles Tapolo Morena, and then like now the ref decide like now it's the free kick to for Golden Arrows. How is that a free kick for Golden Arrows? How is that a free kick for Golden Arrows, bro? Like the amount of dubious calls that went against us today, man. Like another potentially, if we had a fair ref today in this match, potentially should have scored or would have ended this match with a hat trick. Okay, it was an offside. You see, I'm neutral, bro. Like as much when it comes to referees decisions, and this should have been called off. This should have been an offside because already you can see potentially is ahead of the ball, is ahead of Tapolo Morena before the ball was kicked, and it's also ahead of both Golden Arrows players. This, yeah, okay, if maybe uh, let's say the ref did not call this foul, this goal should not have stood because Peter is in an offside position. So let me actually like waste much time on this one, but I don't think. Yeah, man, that's the amount of dubious scores that we are, bro. Like this is why the South African football will not be on the same level as the Egyptian league, and other leagues in Africa because of the poor decisions that are made by the managers. Let me see which one is this one. Okay, let me. Is this the one that was? Yeah, I hope Cesar Mduba is still in the charts. Is still watching. How is this an offside? How is this an offside? Just look where Peter Shelley is. Yes, he was in an offside position, but then he ran to be in front of the Golden Arrows players so that he can be in an onside position. That's what he did. Very, very, very smart of Peter Shelley to do that. He noticed that like, okay, I'm in an offside position. Let me let me. In fact, he was not even in an offside position. Let me see. Then he made that run to be on the same line as a Golden Arrows player or not, or in front of Golden Arrows player. So he realized that like, okay, I might be offside here. Let me quickly run and be in front of Golden Arrows player or make a space for I think that was, is it Mukwena or is it Rabiero? I'm not sure. The ball was not even passed yet. This play, I'm not sure if that's Rabiero or Mukwena. I'm not sure, but then it doesn't matter. So you can see before the ball was played towards Peter Shalili, Peter is already in an onside position. He's in an onside position. The ball before the ball was even kicked. When the ball is already like he has like the two of the Golden Arrows players in front of him. I think this player might actually this player is playing the way I'm seeing it. It looks like this player plays him on. This player also plays him on, and also this player might also be playing Peter Shilili on. The ball's already being kicked. Peter Shilili is still in an onside position. And look where the ref is. I mean, the lineman. The lineman is in a good position. He has a clear view of what's happening. He has a clear view of Peter Shalili and also is on the line. Like he is literally like on the line. He kept the line very well. And the Golden Arrows players are already are late to be trying to play the offside trap. They are very very late. They're trying to play the offside trap. They are very very late, very very late. But the ref was like, nah, that's an offside. You can't make these things up, man. You cannot make these things up. Like this, what we have been this the kind of officiating that we are being subjected to. This is the kind of officiating that we're being subjected to as the fans of South African football, as the fans of PSL. This is the kind of officiating that we're being subjected to, and I think this what the match officials in PSL. These are those are the people that devalues PSL. Though honestly, because I think it's about we need VAR. We need VAR in PSL. But our match officials, they devalue our PSL, bro. They devalue it so much. They honestly, because the amount of wrong calls that were made today, I think Ngobo and Victor Tlongwane are going to have a fest on Monday when they work, because I mean the amount of calls, dubious calls that just in this match alone, just in this match alone. I didn't watch Orlando Pirates match. I didn't watch the Kukune match. I didn't watch SuperSport United match. But I can guarantee that like there were dubious calls made in those matches. And the very same referees that are making these dubious calls, they're not going to face any consequences, no repercussions, no suspensions. They're gonna be officiating games again come weekend, and then you wonder why these things are never going to end. This has been happening season after season after season after season after season. It's been happening over and over and over again. And for fans to say this guy, he probably, I'm sure he supports Orlando Pirates. For this guy to say this is actually an offside, it just makes you actually like realize that like most of the fans in South African football, they still don't really understand football, because like I said, you go to Twitter, you go to X, social media, the kind of nonsense that like most of the fans spew, you can understand like this is why South African football will never move forward, because you compare the current state of South African football, the officiating, the brand of football that is being displayed in South African football, whatever's going on with the Royal AM, Mkhize, and those things, you understand that like our football has actually regressed. Hence, right now, I think PSL is ranked number sixth or number fifth in Africa when it comes to the best leagues in Africa. We are ranked number 5 or 6. At some point, we're like literally like number one, if not number two, because our match officials are, and also, I mean, they're literally developing our football, and it's just unfortunate, man. It's really, really unfortunate. Hence, I'm saying it's important that like we do have VAR in South Africa. We need VAR as like yesterday. We also need a proper vetting on match officials, because some of these match officials, I'm convinced, man. Before I didn't want to entertain the thought of referees receiving brown envelope, those conspiracy theories. But then, with the decision that I saw today, it makes you wonder, man. It makes you ponder, like, you know what? What if? What if? Because some of these decisions, I mean, especially when we have Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns going for the league, it just makes you wonder, like, bro, probably some of these match officials are not actually fair, because you can't tell me this was an offside. I mean, the more I watch this video, the more angry I get, the more like frustrated I get, and I really need the PSL and also Mamelodi Sundowns to do something about this, because it's just getting ridiculous right now, man. It's happening way too many times, and it is ridiculous. I'm sorry, man. Like, but this is nonsense. This is nonsense, bro. Like, this is absolute nonsense. Just take a look at, bro. Like, how do you call this an offside, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, we just literally like lost 2 points, 2 points because of the match officials. 2 points, bro. Like, I think that this. I think, like I said, I feel like the match officials, they're trying to make this league interesting. They're trying to bring back the title race, because I thought like the title race was over after we beat Orlando Pirates, and also after Orlando Pirates lost against Maruma Gallant. The title race was over. But then this draw, the Mamelodi Sundowns drawing today, and also Orlando Pirates winning today, it kind of revives the title race, and also it makes the Mamelodi Sundowns against Orlando Pirates at FNB even more interesting now. Yes, it's great for South African football that like we have a title race, but then this title race should be on merit. It should not be on biasness of referees wanting to make it, or on in board decisions for making it the title race to be interesting. No, it should be on merit. it should be on merit. And like I said, this game should have went to halftime 0-0 because maybe 1-0 if the ref doesn't call Peter Shilile's legitimate goal offside. But then let's just say that incident did not happen. This game should have went to halftime 0-0 because the what do you call, the free kick that Golden Arrows got should not have been awarded. Tapolo Marana should not have received a yellow card. The penalty that Mamelodi Sundowns received in the first half, that should not have been a penalty because to me it looked like the ball hit the Golden Arrows player on his stomach. That's being neutral and being fair as something loving fan. Because for me, it's not about like because I support Mamelodi Sundowns, whatever decision that like goes in favor of Mamelodi Sundowns, even if maybe it's wrong, I will stand for it. For me, it's about taking South African football forward, and because if you continue having these wrong calls, this dubious refereeing, our football is never gonna move forward. It's never going to move forward. It's never going to improve. That's that's God's honest truth, and we need to be honest as football fans. For like I said, forget your alliances with the team that you support. Be be honest. Be objective. So yeah, man. That's but then before yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. Drop crucial points today. That will give Orlando Pirates so much confidence, man. In normal conditions, we should be champions. Is that what he said? Is that what Cardoso said? I didn't watch post match analysis, but yeah, man, like Orlando Pirates will have so much confidence right now going to next week encounter. Ah, just so unfortunate, man. Really, disappointed with how the game, with the match officials. Relatively happy with how we played because as much as like even when we had all the odds against us, we still played very well. We still created chances, just that like we're not clinical, we were edgy, we're not as confident as we normally are. But then yeah, Orlando Pirates 17 games played, 39 points. So if they, I mean, they in these 4 games that they have, they also have Royal AM twice. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Royal AM games, but I can't imagine PSL awarding Orlando Pirates 3 points. I don't think that will happen. I can't see that. But yeah, man, title race on. Is it on merit? I don't think so. But then right now, 16 points. Mamelodi are now 16 points ahead of Orlando Pirates. So it's a big lead. It's a big lead. Orlando Pirates will need to be on a different form in order to catch Mamelodi Sundowns. Do I think Orlando Pirates can catch Mamelodi Sundowns? I don't think so because I think Mamelodi Sundowns next weekend will go to FNB and beat Orlando Pirates. That is going to happen. That is definitely going to happen. I think that's going to happen. We'll definitely beat Orlando Pirates at FNB. I'm confident. I'm confident. Very much confident. Especially like when you check the amount of injuries that Orlando Pirates have, and also how we literally demolished them when we played them in here at Loftus. So I'm still confident we will win the league. Just that like um, it should not have been close. It should not have been close. And look like Orlando Pirates literally like dominated Chippa United. I didn't watch the game like I said, but with the let me see, they had I want to check the match statistics. Uh, Orlando Pirates had 57 ball position, and then Chippa had 43. 15 total shots of Orlando Pirates, and Chippa only had 5. Then goalkeeper of Chippa United made 7 saves, and Orlando Pirates goalkeeper only made 2 saves. So, yeah, you can see that Orlando Pirates had an upper hand in that game. They were dominant, created more chances, more goal scoring opportunities, made the goalkeeper of Chippa United work 6 kicks. So, yeah, um, literally Pirates were deserving winners in the counter, but then they are not scoring enough goals. So that's the good thing. Orlando Pirates are not scoring enough goals. So as much as they're creating, they're not lethal in front of goal. So and then again, Mofokeng being a differential player, man, still creating an assist, CBC scoring. So well done to Orlando Pirates. As much as like I don't like saying it, it pains me to say it, But again, Tapolokoki on the bench, yeah, no, he was costing Orlando Pirates. They had to do it. They had to do it. Anyways, let me watch Champions League, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please, before you go out, like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I'm not happy, man. Adios, amigos.